How to become a social media manager in 2023. In today's video, we're going to approach it a little bit different than in the past. We're going to start with the end goal, and that is how to get clients. But before we dive in, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. As always, you can also ask me questions below this video, and I will take time and answer those as fast as I can. Alright, so you want to become a social media manager in 2023, but you have no experience, never worked with clients, so you have no idea where to even get started. Now, it feels like a little bit of a vicious cycle, right? You want to apply to a job to get experience, but they already want someone with experience. So how can you get a client with no experience? And my approach might be different than what other people teach, and that's just my version, and it has worked for me and my clients. But if that doesn't resonate with you, that's completely fine. You don't have to do it that way. But I suggest to start with a free testimonial client. Now, what does that mean? So basically, you're doing a month of work for free in exchange for a testimonial. So you can practice your social media skill in real life and create content for someone and see how it goes. Now, I typically suggest to do it only 1 month, and then the second and the third month I would do paid. You can always lower it at a discounted rate for those 2 months as well. And if you feel completely uncomfortable, I would not do more than max in 2 months for free. I personally wouldn't do it, but in case you don't feel secure, you can always do that. Now, why should you even do that? A, because you can practice your skills, and B, you will get in exchange a testimonial. And the process is completely the same. So you're still going to send out a contract, and then in exchange for payment, it will say that they will give you a testimonial. Now, if you feel like you have no social media skills whatsoever and you need to learn about the different algorithms and what content to create and how the workflows are, and you might even need templates for contracts, for emails to send out, that's why I've created my social media manager course. So if you want to look into that, I'm linking it below. All right, let's go now back to your testimonial client. How do you even find someone like that? There are websites like Upwork, freelancer.com, even Fiverr, where you can find people who are looking for social media managers, but they obviously have a project and they want someone who already knows what they're doing right away, can dive in right away. So what I suggest is to pitch to a couple of people that you might find on LinkedIn or on Instagram that you feel you could do a good job in exchange for a testimonial. You can obviously also go on Upwork or on Indeed and just pitch to those positions that are already on there. But like I said, sometimes it's easier to find someone on IG or on LinkedIn. Now, when you start as a freelancer, you want to consider a few things at first. Number one, you want to work with a specific niche. Now, I know you've probably heard everyone saying that on the internet, but I'm going to explain to you why. So when you work with a restaurant, and then you also work with a Pilates studio, with a business coach, and maybe even an influencer, all of these different businesses will have a different goal. So what content you create, how you create content is going to look different for every single client. They have different competitors and they have different goals. So every time you onboard a new client, you will have to do the research from scratch. If you, however, only work with Pilates studios, you know what content works well. You know what hashtags to use. You know how to use targeting in ads because it's always similar. So your workflows are immediately becoming easier and faster. The second thing is relatable results. Now that you only work with Pilates studios and you're going to pitch to another Pilates studios, you have results that actually make sense for them. So let's say you go to a Pilates studio and you say, hey, I've worked with this business coach and they actually got 10 signups for the group coaching program online. And I did that with this, and this strategy. But the Pilates studios wants you to get clients in the door. So it's a different goal, right? The results have to be relatable. So if you work with 10 different Pilates studios, the 11th one will see that you actually know what you're doing. More about the different niches that are out there and which one I think are profitable, go and check out my free masterclass. I link it below. You will also get a workbook at the end, and I list all the different niches and how profitable I think they are. Now, before you even start pitching to potential clients on your target audience, let's figure out if you actually want to work as a social media manager or as a content creator. And I'm going to do a full video about that, but I had so many people reaching out and say to me, do I also do the videos? Do I edit the videos? Do I take photos? And there's a big difference between a social media manager and a content creator, especially also a UGC content creator. So again, I will do a separate video on this, and if it's already out, I'm going to link it below this video. But as a social media manager, you're not actually taking the videos. You will, however, be responsible to find the ideas for your client, and you will also edit those videos. Now, as you can see, that's already quite a lot of work, and if you start working as a social media manager, you'll realize that this is a lot of work as well. And maybe you find it that you really love this and that you're good at finding trends. Maybe you're even super good on TikTok and you find what trending songs are out there, and you have great ideas on what your potential target audience could film, and then you can edit it for them. That is also a service in itself. So I'm gonna link my social media management services video here as well, but I want you to remember that you can offer full service social media management where you do everything, including the scheduling, the caption writing, hashtag research, and trend research, editing, but not taking the content. But you might also find that you only like one part of this whole service range. And that could be video editing, or that could be creating scripts and finding trends. That's a service that you can offer. You can say to your target audience, hey, look, I can find you the best trends to post on Reels and TikTok, and I will also edit the videos, and then the rest is up to you. That's just a suggestion for 2023. That's something that I see is working really well for some of my students, that they just want to focus on one service. And like I mentioned before, if you feel like I want to actually do the video, I want to create content around specific products, I want a makeup brand to send me a couple of their foundations and I will do a video on how to use them, that is going to be UGC content creator, and I'm going to do a video about that, but that's different than a social media manager. So just keep those two in mind. Okay, so now let's go back to our timeline. You have already pitched to potential clients, and then you have gotten your first free testimonial client. Now what? Now you're going to enter all of these results that you have gotten into your portfolio. You're also going to add the testimonial that you got from your client. And now you can use this portfolio to pitch to more clients. But now that you have a portfolio and now that you have some work experience, I would actually go on LinkedIn and on Indeed, and I would type in keywords like social media manager or Instagram manager and see what kind of jobs come up. Once you're on there, you will see whether they're also open to work with a freelancer, and you can see that by going on the filter and click for remote position, or you can even type in the word freelancer. And then you're going to start pitching to those positions. And with every client that you get, you will fill your portfolio with even more clients. Now, here's one thing that I wouldn't suggest doing while you start your freelance journey, and that is focusing only on your own Instagram account. No one really cares how many followers you have or what great content you post about yourself on your Instagram account, because you're not wanting to become a social media influencer. People care about themselves and what you can do for them. So if you have the best social media account and you have like 20,000 followers or whatever, and you're reaching out to a Pilates studio and you tell them, hey, can I manage your account? They might see that you are good on your own Instagram account, but what gives them the proof that you're also good with clients? So it's way more important to focus on your portfolio in the beginning and showing your work that you did for other people. All right, guys, now it's time to start with your portfolio. I'm gonna link this video right after this one so you can check it out, how it can look like. And I'm gonna link so many more resources below, so make sure you check them out as well. See you in the next video.